Hey everybody, it's BJ.
Hey, what's up? It's Aleatha.
And this is another episode, like 5 years in the making of Off the Record. We haven't done this in forever.
It's your fault.
Correct. It is always my fault.
It was too much pressure. He was pressuring me too much. I felt pressured.
I was not pressuring you.
I was a little pressured.
Not at all.
It was a little pressured.
No, not even
a little pressure.
Not even a gentle bullying. Not even the slightest. You don't know what the real reason why we haven't done this in forever? It's because Aleatha was becoming too famous and she didn't like it.
That's actually true.
See, we haven't talked about that.
It bothered me. I mean, when I go somewhere and people that I don't know and I ain't never seen before in my life tell me they love my videos, it makes me feel like somebody's peeping through my bedroom window to look at me naked.
No, look. I
don't like that.
Ain't nobody undressing you. This is about us talking about what's happening, what's going on, and if people fall in love with you, they fall in love with you. That's just like, how could you hate Aleatha, right?
Well, I mean, I couldn't hate me. I don't hate me.
Correct.
I don't hate me. Okay, so what I'm saying is it got a little weird. You know, it just got a little weird with people saying, people I didn't know.
Right.
People not even from here sometimes.
Seeing you at the grocery store saying, hey, you're that lady down the news.
Or at the bar or just anywhere, and I didn't know them. But here's the thing, even though it's the stupidest, smallest micro scale of an analogy to even try to understand, I can understand some of the things you hear famous people say sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like, people talk to them like they know them.
Right.
And they have no idea who you are, but they feel like they know you.
It happens all the time.
And you probably have experienced that when you were the mayor,
the worst, no, even today, the worst thing is when someone comes up to you and says, hey, don't you know me? Or hey, don't you remember my name? And I'm like,
yeah.
And it is very, of course, yeah, that's kind of how what happens is I'm not really sure.
You're a little bit more diplomatic than I am, because the last time somebody came up to me, they came up to me to the bar here in town, to Heritage, and they were like, don't you know who I am? I commented on one of your videos, and I was like, girl, no, I don't even read the comments. I don't know. I don't know who the hell you are. This is why we need to do this show, because that's funny and it's true. It is. It did. I promise it happened.
And there's no way we can even try to recap or summarize what the last 6 to 9 months, I can't remember last time we did this, have gone, because it has just been a lot.
Okay, well, let's try to give a little update. You go first. Fast. Boom, boom, boom.
News launched News Sports.
I ain't asked you to tell about your business. I said about you.
About me?
But I mean, I reckon it includes News Sports. But
I don't know there's anything special or unique about me over the last 6 to 9 months. I mean,
you got a new truck.
Yeah, but I don't talk about that. That's not a big deal.
But you feel like you be pimping now.
I don't.
But you do.
I do, but I don't.
I don't. When you put your glasses on and you get behind the wheel, you feel like you're big pimping.
Heck no. No, I don't.
A little bit. Just say a little bit.
To Grayson, yes, because she's in high school now. Now we're not dropping her off in the minivan.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're dropping her off in the Tahoe.
That's a new thing. Grayson's in high school.
Yeah, our oldest daughter's in high school now.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Unreal, honestly. Yeah. It's like, cannot believe that I am a parent of a high school student. I'm in that age group where I'm sort of still kind of cool, but not really.
It depends on who you ask.
Correct.
I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious.
I know. I mean, because
I'm there too.
Right. I fully get it. And you got a daughter. Of course, we talked about this in
App
college.
State. They had a big weekend last weekend at App State. If you didn't see that, they beat Texas A&M. First time they beat a Big Ten school in many, many years. Right. And they didn't just beat them. It was a nail-biting game.
Right.
The guy
Hail
threw
Mary.
a 53-yard Hail Mary in the last 2 seconds of the game.
I can't remember last time I saw a Hail Mary. It was really cool.
It was just incredible. So, yes, proud.
I went to an ECU football game
App State mom.
For the first time, and probably pre-COVID, I think. And that was a lot of fun. I mean, I went to East Carolina. I love East Carolina. I follow it, but I actually haven't been in the stadium in probably 3 or 4 years. That was a great experience. I'm going to do it again this weekend.
Yeah, was it you or someone else that told me they felt like a lot? No, it was Kelly Cannon said this to us in the meeting yesterday, that she felt like a lot of the energy and excitement that was used to be known for ECU football, she felt that this weekend.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
They've got a good team. It seems like I mean, they lost to NC State when they had a chance to win, and NC State's a top 25 school. I mean, probably the best football team in the state. And then, I mean, the fact that speaks volumes to who they are and the culture they're bringing. So they're playing Navy this weekend, so we'll see. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I mean, otherwise, I mean, business. You know, I've been on a little bit of a journey. I've talked about that with y'all a lot. Is we're going into December is year 6 since we started the Magic Mile Media. We started Noose News 4 years ago. And so I've been on this little bit journey the last 3-4 months talking with friends who've been very successful with my accountant and a bunch of other folks about the business side of business, you know, the balance sheets, the profit and loss statements, and trying to make sure that we have great months and then we have bad months, and just trying to weather the storm of those bad months as well as trying to prepare for the future is really important to me all of a sudden. And I don't know if because I'm having a midlife epiphany or because I'm realizing that this business is much bigger than I am, and I want to make sure that you're protected and that Christy and Michael and the rest of the team are going to be taken care of if something happened to me or what, I don't know. So that's where I have been, and that's been a fun journey because I mean, the best way to predict the future is to study the past. And so by talking with people and what they've done and decisions they made and why they made the decisions, it's been a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, well, midlife crisis is a real thing. I have figured that out.
Is it?
Yes.
Are you saying you've experienced that?
I mean, I have.
How?
Well, I'm just saying, like, everybody tells you, you know, you hear it when you're in your 30s maybe or whatever, or maybe younger, you know, when you turn 40, things change.
They do.
But they do.
They do.
They do. When I turned 40, I took a full, complete, and entire assessment of all the things of my life and had to determine the things that I was not happy with and the things that were not fulfilling me and the things that were not making me feel good. I had to decide, am I just going to settle and ignore that and push it down and not deal with it, or am I going to take control of my own life and my own destiny and make a decision to have a different kind of life?
And which did you choose?
Well, I mean, I chose that one.
Right.
You know, but I mean, it's not really a great story because then after that, I had a relationship and so my whole personal life fell apart.
I was going to ask you what's happened with you last 6 months, last 9 months. No, we keeping all of that. We ain't cutting it out.
No, it was not good. Yeah, my whole personal life fell apart.
It did not fall apart.
No, it kind of did though.
No.
So in other words,
I disagree.
Okay, well, all I'm saying is I tried dating in my 40s and I'm done now. I ain't doing that no more.
She's not done. She might say that.
No, I am.
But the right man comes along, change your mind.
I don't think so.
That's why it's going to take the right person.
I'm too old and too wise and too smart now to believe in that bullshit. I know better.
Yeah, but you're wrong.
I'm really not. You know what? Everybody told me.
It only takes one.
To do what?
Sweep you
Ruin your life for another, you know.
Sweep you off your feet.
Waste more time?
The right person.
Nah.
The right person.
Good. I think I just
Girl,
might be. No,
Lord willing, you've got another 40 or 50 years left.
I'm just trying
You're
to
going to find the right one is going to find you. Don't have to seek him out.
I thank you because I ain't seeking for nothing or nobody. But I'm just trying to tell you, I think it might be possible. I might just be too much of a situation.
Well, you are. So it's going to take the right. That's why there's only one. That's why there's only one, Aleatha. Because I can't think of 5 guys who could handle that.
Right. Because if you got a weak spine and small balls, it ain't going to work. You know, I don't need to be the one with the biggest set of balls in a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Because you got them.
Yeah, I do when I have to have them. You damn right I do.
That's why I love.
It's hard out here for a pimp. It's hard out here for a woman in the business.
It is why I love having you on my team. I don't want you on the other side of the aisle. I want you on my team for that very reason.
Yeah, exactly. But no, seriously, all jokes aside. I think it is true. It is true when you get old. It's different when you get older. Mm-hmm. It's different.
Yeah.
You become, like, especially like I said, you go through this midlife thing, and then it's like, when you go through that and you come out the other side of it, whatever that looks like for y'all, whatever that is, I think it's real. I think there's something that happens when you hit that midlife point that you assess a lot of things, and maybe you go through that well, or you don't go through that well. In my case, I got divorced. Some people go through that and stay married and grow together and all that, wonderful fairy tale stuff, but that shit didn't happen that way for me. But I think when you get older, you've learned so much, right?
Well, we were talking.
You've learned so much about yourself.
Yeah, but because we were talking a while ago.
Let me take a shot of whiskey right now. I wish.
We were talking a while ago. I forgot how it came up, but you said something about me. You were like, but look at you. Since I've known you, you've become. I mean, I wasn't the mayor anymore, and in mayor role, I was tie, suit, jacket, things. And
you lived in a fishbowl,
right? And once when you first knew me professionally, I was still in khakis and a button-up, long sleeve shirt,
real uptight,
right? But now you said I'm actually more laid back, but probably more aggressive.
More laid back. Want me to list it?
Yes,
because I can. He's more laid back. He's more open-minded.
It's true.
He's more aggressive. He's more willing to think differently and explore different thoughts and ideas around him. Maybe.
But some of that seems oxymoronic, though, in terms of how can you be more aggressive and more laid back at the same time?
How can you be more aggressive and more laid back at the same time?
Yes, to me that seems like they're pulling at each other.
I already explained this to you. Like, I'm a laid-back, chill person in the sense that, we can ride and do whatever. Like, we can get dressed up all the way with the eyelashes and the whole nine.
Right.
Or I can put a hoodie on, put my hair up, and sit by the fireplace and chill with you all night and drink cold beer and listen to old country music.
And we'd have fun.
I can go whatever flow. I can be laid back in that situation. But when aggression is necessary and called for, I rise to every opportunity.
Right. You do.
I think you do too. And that's what I was saying. You do not lead with, I'm more, see, I don't know, is aggression and dominance the same thing?
I don't think so.
Because I have my personality is very dominant.
Like when she laughs, everybody at that table kind of goes, because like they're not with her at that moment, because what's happening in the rest of the room, everybody's going, right?
And you know what's happening with me? I don't give a shit.
No, and you don't. You really don't. It's quite fun to watch.
That is what has changed about you. You don't care as much.
Okay, you
see what I'm saying? You don't care as much about what other people are thinking of you in a situation.
I have said that the older I've gotten, the more ornery I've gotten, but I also have probably gotten. Today I'm wearing white casual shoes and untucked shirt. That is not what I would have done 4 years ago.
Right. No, absolutely.
I would not have done
completely
it at all.
not. And when you get older, you do care less about what other people think. You value just being yourself more. And you value your own personal peace and happiness and existence to the point, if that means that I don't talk to nobody, I don't care, because this is more important.
So if you could tell your 20-year-old self to do something different by the time you're 45, what would you say?
My 20-year-old? 20-year-old?
Yes.
You need to go back a little bit short. I already done something real dumb by the time I was
Let's go. 12-year-old.
No, let's say 18.
Okay.
High school senior.
Fine.
High school senior.
Okay, high school senior.
What would I tell my high school senior self?
Okay, sure. What?
I would tell them, listen to your mama.
Rebecca would like that.
Do not marry that guy.
Oh, okay.
Pursue your dream.
Always.
Take that piece of music that you have in your bedroom to apply for the music school at Appalachian State University and learn it and go audition and do what you want to do with your life.
Right.
That's what I would say.
You know, one of the biggest things when I talk to young people is, because we've had some interns, and it's fun because of the nature of our internship when we do that. We've done it 3 times, I think, since we started.
So I love it so good.
We've had 5, 7, I think we've had about 10, maybe 12 interns since we started. We need to put their pictures on something.
We should do that.
Yeah, we absolutely should. But what's neat about it is because of the nature of our internship, we kind of are getting the cream of the crop. Kids who are proactive, they want to do things in life, and they see what's happening here, and they want to be a part of that, even if it's just for 2 or 3 months. But one thing I love telling young people is find out what makes you happy. find out what you're good at and then go all in on that.
Right.
I mean, if it's math and you made a 97 and you know, if I studied a little extra 5 minutes, I could have gotten 100, do that. That's kind of where I am in life now, is that as I'm talking to these young people, I'm like, don't worry about the 70 in science and try to make it a 75. Worry about taking that 97 and make it 100, because I think you will live a much happier life. You'll be much more productive. And it's even in the workplace here, we're like a family here. We're so close knit. The personalities feed off each other. We fight like family. We did 2 hours ago.
We really do. We do.
But we love like family. You attack one of us, you've attacked all of us.
Very true.
So after that, but I'm really focused on, if you are happy in your life, then you're going to be more productive at work. So my care about your happiness is genuine. I genuinely want you to be happy. But I also know what an unhappy Aleatha is, and it makes my life miserable too, because I'm carrying some of that weight, plus trying to help you figure out what to do next. So being happy is really important to me, both from a productivity standpoint. So if I could go back in time and tell myself to do anything different, I probably would have said, study and actually practice financial discipline.
I wouldn't have told you that at all. I know what I would have.
What would you have told me? I'm interested in that.
You need to listen to better music.
Because I listened to pop in the 90s and 2000s.
Yes.
But I've actually helped you in some of them hurdle questions you've had.
You did.
Right.
That's true.
Because I knew all that stuff.
That's true.
Like you hear 2 notes, I'm like, that's that one.
No, you did. You did. It's not easy to beat me with music like that, but you did.
Right.
But you did.
But if it was 60s country, you have me all day.
Or 70s or 80s.
Right.
Or 90s.
But not only that, you can actually tell why the story was written and what was happening in that person's life at that time when they did it.
That's actually the most important part to me.
I know.
Is the songwriter aspect, not necessarily who's singing it or
it's nothing for Aleatha to say, you like that song, BJ? I'm like, yeah. She was like, well, did you know this? And she starts telling me the backstory, and I'm like, ooh, now I don't know if I like that song anymore, because that's what that song's really about.
One of the ones I recently told him, I was like, you like that? He was like, yeah, I love that song. I was like, the entire song was written about him being high on cocaine and being
correct.
Like, oh my God.
Correct.
Yeah, so since my devastating horrible life-altering breakup that I went through, I moved back home, and so it took me about a week.
Moved back home, I mean, like she moved back to where she's from, not necessarily to Mama's house.
No, I'm in Pink Hill on the south side. South side forever.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Hashtag south side.
I moved back down here, and so after about a week of being down here, I talked to Lori at Heritage. She was like wanting to do this music bingo thing. Interesting fact about that for me is when I first took this job, the first time I'd ever been to any kind of bar downtown at all was to the Heritage, and it was because they were doing music bingo.
Cool. And
I loved
Jessica
it.
and I went, and we had a blast, because traditionally that's not our kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's not your scene.
We don't go to the bar and hang out. That's not us. But we don't mind going, because the times we've gone to a bar to hang out is because you were doing something there, and we love supporting you, and it's fun seeing you. Like I was telling you earlier, I just love seeing you in your element.
Yeah.
And when a song came on during music bingo, if I turned around and Aleatha wasn't singing, I got mad. I was like, you need to be singing this song. So then when she did, like the song stayed on much longer than it typically did, and we had a blast watching you sing.
It's always a fun time, but it was just kind of cool that's for one of the first things I ever did downtown when I took this job, and now here I am all this time later hosting it in the same bar with the same people.
Right.
Love those people. Love the people that come in there, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a great way to, de-stress.
Correct.
I guess for me personally. Right. By the time y'all see this, it'll be long gone.
Yeah, but then you'll have another Thursday night where you do bingo. So come down and see it.
Y'all can come see me down there.
Yeah,
I might not like you, but I won't tell you. So.
Well, that's because you're honest about it.
I'm just kidding.
I'm much more diplomatic than she is. All right. Well, look, we've had a lot of fun. We haven't done this forever. She was dressed so cute today.
Oh my God.
And this was a special gift to my wife too, because
she really has missed us doing
like she has asked me many times, like, when are y'all doing this again? And I've gone, you don't need to ask me. You need to talk to her because I'm not dragging her to do this. Like, if we want
Well, you can't.
I know that. I know you well enough to know that, but I also know how much fun we have, and I also know how much fun people have watching us, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, or a clip of this on TikTok. People enjoy seeing it. Yeah, it's
true. I mean, I would be lying if I said I haven't had multiple people ask me when we were going to do this again. I have. So
she finally admits it.
No, I do. It's true.
You haven't told me that.
No, I haven't. Because I told you I didn't like it. It was making me uncomfortable. It was making me feel a little weird. I watched too much true crime TV and be worrying about mess like this.
We've got to give the people what they want.
Do I?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Until next time, I'm BJ.
I'm Aleatha, y'all.
We love y'all. Bye-bye.
Peace.